not super detailed under here, to be honest with you. I like to actually just drive the thing.
It's Ashley.
Oh, g'day, Adrian. Nice to meet you, man.
You too, Adrian. So all the viewers can know your name.
So, car I've had for 12 years now. So, Capella GS2 coupe. So, it's a 72 model. To my knowledge, it's one previous owner in Japan. I bought it with just on 50,000 Ks through a Japanese auction of all places, just right place, right time. And yeah, sort of just cherished the car since then. So truly the car is a testament to the previous owner, to be honest with you. I've just sort of maintained it along the way and sort of kept it alive. But yeah, it's a pretty special car. So factory 5-speed, 125 horsepower, special diff, special suspension. Yeah, pretty much the pinnacle of this G series is what they call this series of Capella, which is when you see the tail lights at the rear, they're sort of like a mix between a Savannah style and the RX2 with sort of the tail lights are a bit different. But yeah, really nice car. So yeah, come out and have a look if you like inside. Trim's pretty much all original, so still got the plastic on the doors and the visors and stuff like that. Yeah, just 8-track player. Pretty nice. The trim is, I've never seen one with blue trim. Certainly, it's blue carpet as well. So I've got all those mats are from the Japanese owner, believe it or not.
How many of these, to your knowledge, were produced in the world?
I actually don't know. Like the actual amount. I probably could say there's not a lot surviving. I mean, I think they were available as I don't think they limited the production of them, but I don't believe a lot of them were ordered like this. So maybe let's just say there was a couple of thousand of them made in 72 out of maybe 100,000, maybe, I suppose. But as a survival rate, there's probably maybe a dozen, maybe 2 dozen in the world, maybe a dozen that are running and driving. That are in a state that you could actually use, sort of thing. There's a few shells that I've seen that are not in great nick, but yeah.
So the things that make this a standout is the add-ons or the options up, is that right?
What's unique to this car is the 5-speed is probably the most important bit. So it's the first twin, well, not really, because the Cosmo Sports had them too, but it's the first sort of like mainstream 5-speed. The GS pack it's a balanced engine. It's only 5 extra horsepower, but there's a extra 500 RPMs, a different exhaust system, the lower diff ratio because it's got the 5-speed. They did have a lowered suspension. This seat pillar moulding is unique to this car. Love it or hate it, I love it, but some people don't really like it. Same with the tail lights. Some people love them, some people hate them. I mean, it's a part of the car. This moulding is particular to this particular coupe. I've had the sticker remade, so there was an option. That is the factory sticker in the brochure. So yeah, it's sort of like promoted as a businessman's coupe sort of thing, I suppose. But yeah, that was optional. I have a parts manual where it actually says that part's optional. I kind of liked it. I wanted to have it on there to have a point of difference sort of thing, but it is the right type of sticker for that car. So it didn't have it on it when I bought it. So
this trim here, my friend, here.
Yeah, so I believe that's a dealer option, I suppose. It's stainless. It's flexible and
so all the molds, all the rubbers or everything?
Yeah, they're all original, so yeah, there's nothing really been replaced there. The sticker, when it was in Japan for 48,000 kilometres, I've forgotten the year, H10 for it, which is the Emperor of the 10th year of the Emperor, so I don't know what year it is, I've forgotten now, but warranty card for the clock. Yeah, that's all there.
What's that red? It looks like a flare.
Like a flare, yeah. So there's a flare bracket there. I just put a flare in it. So all the Japanese cars, to my knowledge, had flares. It's like part of their registration requirements, sort of thing. So yeah.
So all these seats are unique to this model.
The trim is like this door pattern on the door and the seats, I believe, is unique to this model. Like there might be. I know the colour certainly is, so yeah, I don't think I've seen another one with a blue trim. If there is, there wouldn't be a lot, but certainly not in this sort of condition as well, I suppose. So yeah,
the dash as well, I've noticed around did it come out stand with AC? Does it have AC?
No, it doesn't have AC.
Oh, it doesn't, I haven't looked. Okay,
no, it's not an AC car. Yeah, the dash is a bit different too, because there's actually it looks like a T-dash, Australian delivered T-dash, but there's actually a couple extra ridges in the dash pressing, which
that's what I thought.
Cars didn't have. The horn button's a bit different too. It's sort of like smooth as goes in. There's a different part number for that as well in Yeah, like the 5-speed gear knob would be, that'd be hard to get, I suppose.
What about
5-speed? So yeah.
paperwork? Do you have any paperwork in
I've
it
got
at all
some stuff
that you can show everyone?
I've only got the owner's manual in the car. I keep a lot of that stuff. Yeah, powered by Rotary. Oh, there was let's do some sort of filtration stuff apparently. So, but yeah, there's all that sort of stuff. I don't have any of the other purchase paperwork because it's all kept at home. So obviously, yeah, it's all there. So probably got his DNA in it somewhere. Like an old.
So this is a guy who owned it previously.
It was jammed right up underneath the dash, and like when I had the I don't even know what I was doing underneath there. It's like an old razor, an old rechargeable razor. He used to, take that off.
I noticed that.
Yeah. I've never tried to even turn it on. The whole Hitachi trimmer.
So perhaps
it's probably got his DNA in it.
Or the family knows.
If he's missing it, I can give it back to him. Yeah. I found a Mazda lighter in there too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. Clicks. I've never really tried to.
Oh, that's.
I'd rather not make a bomb just in case if you put gas in it. What was another thing I found? There was like a hot springs, some matches for like a holiday place.
Huh.
Yeah.
So that foam that you put under there, that's something you put on there just for heat for the paint?
Oh no, that's an original foam. So I've had to have the bonnet restored because of I think that old Mazdas tend to rust between the skin and the frame. But I peeled the original stuff off and peeled it back on again. I mean, some people love it, so I just try to keep as much of the car here as I possibly can. So that, to my knowledge, is put on the car in '72. I peeled the stickers off and put it back onto the bonnet when we had it restored. But other than that, the car hasn't been totally restored. It's had paint touch-ups and stuff done on it over time because of it being a 4-year-old, 5-year-old car, something like that. So, but the engine bay, I had the engine rebuilt. It had just the beginning of a water seal. It actually hadn't failed completely, but just the right thing to do. But we actually put it all back together again with original Apex seals, which is unheard of. But
what is it? Can you tell me the specs on it?
12A twin dizzy. All I know is that the engine's blueprinted, so the gold air cleaner is a thing. Like, so it's an extra 5 horsepower, apparently, and an extra 500 RPM. So I mean, pretty crazy stuff for 1972. So especially Mazda, when you think about they're only building rotary engines for 7 years before that, I suppose, mid-60s, eh? So pretty advanced stuff for the time. So but yeah.
Okay, moving into the front grille.
There's a lot of differences around the front. So the grille is quite different to an Australian one in so far as that on an Australian car, these parts are actually attached to the car, but these are actually floating onto the grille. The headlight surrounds are die cast and pressed into it, and obviously the bonnet badge is a little bit different. So the front grille is completely different in the G series. All the G series cars had that grille, not just the GS2. But fog lights were, I believe, a factory option. There's a factory switch on the dash for that. So the boots pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, still got the matting and the under matting, and be careful with this because they rip. It's never been on the road, so yeah, never been rusty or anything like that. It's just been someone's baby all their life, so yeah, sure.
Because that's
they're all sort of there.
And has that got Mazda? Yeah, that's got Mazda.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of sandpaper for his points, I'd say, so I've never had to use them, but yeah. No, I think they're just a generic brand, to be honest. I'm not. But yeah, spark plug socket. Yeah.
And the spare belt.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah. A little hold down for the piece of rubber and split.
We know there's one other one in Oz.
I know there's one other one in Oz. But this was in an Australian publication in the early 70s, right? So I'd seen this article before, but never seen the car. Second bit clicks into it.
So that went on.
No, in the further back on there.
I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
I'll grab the buckle.
Oh, the buckle's in there's a little pocket in the back of the seat. Yeah, and then that slides into that, or the other way around. Just turn it the other way around. No, and then
Like you push in.
that way,
Gotcha.
like that. There you go.
I had to turn it. You didn't say to turn it.
Okay, windows up. Just close it.
Yeah.
Bit of heel toe.
Yeah.
Now there's all the crowd here because everyone.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, lake track. Yeah.
No track like that.
Yeah.
It's like going back in time.
Yeah. Yeah, it really truly is, yeah.
It drives beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Gearbox is smooth.
Yep.
Clutch is smooth. Everything's.
So that must be the
That's
spotlights,
Yes.
antenna,
Yeah.
cigarette lighter and choke.
Yep.
An ashtray.
Yeah.
Has he used it?
Yeah,
Being
he has.
Japan. It's been
He has,
Japan.
He has, yeah. Believe it or not, they definitely do. They definitely smoke pretty heavily over there. That's for sure. Yeah.
Well, those RPM, like it's revving up to 3,000, just nice and
Yeah.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is how they marketed these cars back in the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was how smooth they rev through.
Yeah,
and
that's right. Yeah, and the other marketing thing was that I know, especially for 100, is that you would put it in fourth gear at 1,000 RPM, and the car would accelerate smoothly away from that point. And they do. Yeah, they'll do it. Not very quickly, but they'll do it.
Thank you so
However,
much, my friend.
Too easy. Yeah. No worries. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. And the best. Oh, so I didn't put
Oh yeah, that's what that little pocket's for.
Yeah. Yeah, most of all the cars had them, but most of them don't use them because the Aussie belt seat belts are
Yeah, because
different
they've
types of
been
stuff.
changed.